What's happening? It's your boy Bart, the best day of my life. Tomorrow's not promised. Gonna do your little dance while they still playing your song. Stay at home. Stay on the porch. This that part two of that Smith State Prison, man. Old school part two. Man, let's go ahead and dive into this thing one time.
At Smith State Prison in southern Georgia, tensions remain high in the wake of a fight between officers and inmates. Today, the Prison Special Forces, the CERT team, are on the move again to investigate another incident. A clash between two inmates.
We had an inmate who was forced out of the dormitory earlier around count time. The inmate has some abrasions to his facial area, and according to medical, had a stab wound to his arm.
Hey man, sometimes people get put on the door, man. People get put on the door for various reasons, man. For the most part, man, there's a violation that has taken place somewhere. Either you or the people you have dealing with. Mainly you, because whoever you're dealing with don't want no parts of you, especially if you got on the door by yourself. So, you got a situation where you either got a thief, a booty bandit, a smoker, or just a habitual line stepper, man. And sometimes, it be for the better of the community, man. Sometimes we have to make choices and decisions that benefit the majority. And sometimes you got to get on the door. I have seen situations where, no, I don't want that message. Bro, for whatever reason, whenever I got my glasses on whenever I got them glasses on, man, and a message come through, bro, it just started reading the message, and I got it in key or Peel, one of them dudes' voice on the glass. Never mind. But, hey, man, sometimes people get put on the door. I actually have a video of a guy being put on the door, and, they set him on fire. You know what? I'm not gonna play with YouTube like that. Nah, bro. Let me see. I got one where they set them on fire, y'all. They set them on fire. I'm not about to play with YouTube like that. There you go.
We're going to go down to the dormitory now and see if we can find a weapon or any blood evidence and see if we can come up with any intelligence on what happened and why he got put out.
Getting put on the door is the way inmates force out those they don't want. The outcast is handed their belongings and literally shoved out the door. But in this case, the victim was stabbed, a sign that more trouble could be coming. Out on the scene, Lieutenant J.B. Davis has started the investigation.
Hey man, rest in peace to that brother right there, man. I got word that he passed away not too long ago. Rest in peace to that brother, man.
Hey, go ahead and put your hand behind your back. When y'all moving, y'all keep your hands behind your back. Move straight in that room over there.
That's something that in the old chain game, bro, they could get your head knocked out, bro. You not having your hands behind your back would seem like equivalent to you getting pulled over and having a pistol sitting on your front seat. Come with some repercussions.
When I came in, they say, take them down and shake them down. This is what happened. They gave me a little bit of information. And so based on the information they gave me, I know what I was coming down here looking for. Where you find that?
In the trash can.
Evidently, somebody saw us coming and throwed all this stuff in the garbage.
The search uncovers a stash of shanks, but no trace of blood.
See, they're pretty clean. So there's probably another weapon around here somewhere. Oh yeah. They probably throw it somewhere out. But
It's hard to say. They could still be holding on to it. They could be trying to get rid of it as we speak. But
yeah.
I think dormitory knows what happened, but they want to handle it themselves. inmate's property was packed up and put outside the door. Usually when that happens, other inmates have gotten together in the dormitory and are forcing this inmate to take protective custody or move out of the dormitory. Right now, all we have is one inmate that may be involved. Sometimes once you start to...
I don't know if I've said this, but I'll say it. Bro, I used to hate getting shook down because you getting butt naked. You're going to be down to your drawers and your socks, and then you're going to go in the room, and you're going to get butt naked. Not that I'm afraid to get butt naked, man, but when you get butt naked, bro, you have to squat and cough, and it's just going to get real personal. Real personal.
Investigating, there's actually more than that we're tied into it. While they're doing a search of the dormitory, we're going to do some quick interviews of the inmates, see if anybody's willing to talk, see if anybody knows anything, and go from there.
And 90% of the inmates in here know who did it, but they're not going to tell. Matter of fact, the inmate that was involved probably standing right up in here while we're doing shakedown. It's going to be always something missed, always something hidden. They find so many ways to hide stuff. But if we continuously do this when you have a problem in the dorm, that kind of like calm things down, because they be like, if y'all do it, the peer pressure get on in the dormitory, say, y'all know what them folks gonna do if we start some trouble. They're gonna come down there and shake us down. And for the inmates that really have contraband, don't want it to be found, they're gonna try to keep the dorm quiet.
You're 100% right on that. The only thing is you'll have a population of people that don't give a. But they don't care nothing about you shaking down or nothing. It is what it is, and it's that look just like E1 or F2 or a stupid deuce.
That's what it's about. You know, let's keep it quiet, keep the officers off our back.
It takes time, but the team's persistence pays off. Upstairs, they find a vital clue.
What inmate live in the cell? Was the 2 inmates was in here with no. I need to find the 2 inmates who live in this cell.
The shirt is the beginning of the trail. One Davis hopes leads to the attacker.
I think they tried to flush it. That's why I so wet.
206. 206. I can hear you. 206. Turn around. Where's the shirt come from?
The guy who was in here early, you know, he had gotten into it.
Cause the old dude don't look like he done did nothing.
So
Who had got into it?
the dude that took out of here, he didn't want to leave.
He didn't want to leave.
Yeah, he didn't want to leave. He didn't want y'all to see that he was blooded up. So he asked me for a T-shirt. So I gave him a T-shirt because he wanted to stay in the dorm. But they went searching. They came in here. They took him out.
Talking straight to me?
Yeah, I'm talking straight.
I'm gonna tell you better be word up with me. Cause I'm coming, I ain't gonna forget who y'all now. I'm coming back down to get you, ain't word up. I find anything different than what you telling me right now. Don't talk outside of your neck now. Alright?
Hey man, you can say what you want to, man. You could be a hardcore criminal, man, or just the thickest, ruggish, bonish dude in the world, man. Hey man, when grown men talk, man, you gotta respect. Hey, look. Don't come around with that bullshit, man. Alright?
T-shirt bloody don't have a name on it, so I can't identify who it belongs to.
Well, we got the inmate that was still.
You got that. Well, was his clothes bullet when you came out?
No.
This probably is right here. This probably is.
Yeah, that comes.
With the evidence in hand, the CERT team makes their next move.
What cell was he in? We found some bloody clothes in the dormitory, found a couple weapons, none that we can actually say were the weapon that was involved. So Right now, we're gonna go talk to the inmate that was assaulted and see if we can get some more details from him and kind of verify or disprove what's being said in the dormitory.
He ain't gonna say nothing.
Even in prison, incidents are investigated, and the CERT officers are detectives of a sort.
You know a guy that goes by Ruck? Ruck. You know Ruck? Because I found a shirt in his room. That's how I knew about Ruck.
Their hope is to connect the dots, to find a link between the victim, the inmate with the bloody shirt, and hopefully the lead they need to find the assailant. It's been more than a week since the fight between inmates and officers broke out at Smith. And for now, at least, there's been no new violence. So today, Lieutenant Davis and his team have a new mission: to root out the contraband that was the source of the conflict in the first place.
We're looking for cell phone, drugs, homemade weapons. They have 24/7 to think of new ways to get stuff inside this institution. Almost every day we find a cell phone. And that's the
pop off. That's where it's transitioning to the new gangland. They them first cell phones right there. Never seen one inside the chain gang though. I haven't.
That's what's so hard to believe. So many is coming to the institution. Inmates are getting killed over these cell phones. Inmates will go in another inmate cell and beat them almost to death over a cell phone. In any institution you go through in the state of Georgia, you're gonna find stuff like this. That's how it is here in the chain gang. Right here. Stay right there.
Back pocket.
While Davis and his team take the inmate into custody, across camp, CERT is focusing on their investigation into an inmate stabbing. They found the bloody shirt and the victim is in custody, but they still have no leads on the attacker.
Top bone. Go ahead and step down.
They're returning to the scene of the crime for another search, in hopes of recovering the weapon.
That is not the scene of the crime, folks. Y'all was in a regular dome. That looked like the schmoo.
It was a thick piece of aluminum he was working on, possibly be a weapon later.
You see where the edges started? They started sharpening down this one edge.
Yeah,
And started grinding on it.
Downstairs, they make another find.
It's a homemade weapon. As you can see, it's pointed. It's not completely finished. And a lot of times, the inmates, they'll see us coming, and they know that we're fixing shake on the building. They'll try to get rid of some, stuff like this, so that way we'll be found in their possession and get charged with it and get locked. You find another one right here, same way as I was telling you. See? That's another one right here. Just didn't find it.
3 more shanks, but no blood. None of them are the weapon. With the search leading to a dead end, the team heads back to see the victim for another round of questioning.
What exactly happened? Why did they stick you though? I mean, altercation is one thing. Fist fight, that's one thing. Or you get stuck, it gets into a different level then. I got a dormitory on lockdown now for something that don't even involve them. So I gotta clarify this situation now. If there's, whoever stuck you, I need to get that guy out the dormitory. Give us what you do know. I can work off of that. Whereabout does he sleep in the dormitory? Think about my position in this situation right now. I've got a guy. All right, I've got a guy down.
Hey man, that ain't even no slippery slope right now, man. I think I can't say, because I've seen folks It is what it is, bro. But you can't off that man and go back into that dome, because the dome put you out there.
Down there in the dormitory that's using a shank to stab you in the arms to get you out of a dormitory for a pity situation. I've got you down here in lockdown. Now if I let you back out in population, I'm putting you at risk because he's still out there. He hasn't been found, he hasn't been brought up here and been locked down for what he did. I'm putting you in jeopardy. I can't do that.
So you going to the hole.
We know he was directly involved. He's our best source of information. Sometimes they're willing to talk, sometimes they aren't. They have a code to live by inside the institutions. Just like we have a code, we can't reveal information to the inmates, and what we do a lot of times, they're not supposed to reveal any details about what they do to us. You change your mind, write me a little letter, put it in the mailbox, and I'll get it.
I told you you weren't gonna say that.
Right now, we're gonna have to hold him in segregation until we find out who the inmate was that assaulted him, or until we feel like the threat is over, or if it's an ongoing threat, then we'll have to see about sending him to another institution. So we're gonna keep digging, see if we can pull up some video off of the dormitory videotape and go from there.
In the segregation unit at Smith State Prison, Antonio German is awaiting his fate. He broke a cardinal rule of doing. And fought an officer.
When you get in isolation, they take all your property. You know what I'm saying? They give you a jumpsuit and a shirt and a couple of bread boxes, a couple of t-shirts, shower shoes, and that's basically it. It's a hard time, it just, you don't want you to see nothing, can't hear nothing, do nothing. You know what I'm saying? No radio, no newspaper, no phone calls. Got the windows painted.
Am I tripping, or did he just read that book backwards, folks?
Probably, you know what I'm saying? They give you a jumpsuit and a shirt and a couple of bread boxes, a couple of t-shirts, shower shoes, and that's basically it. It's a hard time, it just, they don't want you to see nothing, can't hear nothing, do nothing. You know what I'm saying? No radio, no newspaper, no phone calls. Got the windows painted out, for walls. A bed, that's it.
For his...
Hey, man, you'll get to know yourself in a situation like that, bro. I have been in the hole with no sunlight and nobody to talk to, and no property, no pictures, nothing to read. That's how I wrote my first book, though. I ain't saying go to the hole and write no book, but and I made a chess game. I used to take the toilet paper. I take the toilet paper, make the chess piece, and then I draw a little chessboard on the ground. Bro, I play chess. I just play myself in chess. Man, they're having a real good game too. Hey, or dice. Make some dice.
His actions, German's penalty could be prolonged segregation and loss of all privileges. It is a punishment, though, that comes with a choice. A choice another inmate, Hassan Hawkins, once faced.
I used to be in that frame of mind as far as making the officer do what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Now, I got to do what the officers say do if I want to stay in general population. So, that's what it is now. I had to basically bring down from where I used to be to where I am now. I had to make a 360-degree turn.
I ain't trying to be no asshole, but 360-degree turn. A lot of people make this mistake. It's a complete circle. 180 is the opposite direction. I know y'all didn't ask for all that, but sometimes my mind just be on some more stuff.
And a lot of people don't like to be controlled. You know? And I was one of those people. Is there a better way to control people? Yes. It's called finesse. And I'm gonna tell you somebody that specializes in it.
You
Mr. Hilton Hall.
Good morning, gentlemen. Y'all got those lockers right? Got the beds tight? Straighten it up a little bit right there.
3 years ago, Hilton Hall was the warden at the main intake prison for the state, known simply as Jackson.
Get this string off here. Where's your shoes? Don't hang those strings up, man. It's a DR.
This is where new inmates are broken into the system and taught the rules.
Good morning. Bed's not tight. Want to tighten up. Your feet together, your hands down by your side, and head nice to the front. If you don't, you get locked up.
The man know his business. Funny as it sounds, he know his business. Yeah.
Who tell you the inspection was over? So you thinking? Don't do that. Let me do that.
He definitely woke me up. And it take a lot to wake fool up. And I was fooled.
As warden at Jackson, Hall's responsibilities extended beyond just the main prison. The Hymax is also under his command. And back then, that meant overseeing Hassan Hawkins.
Okay.
Mr. Hall came and talked to me and sat me down and basically told me, look, Hassan, you're digging yourself deeper and deeper in the hole every day. I said, all right. We're going to climb a little bit. And that's what we did.
All right, well, let's see what we can come up with. All right.
Hymax was founded on an organizing principle. Prove you can behave at one level, and you move on to the next. It's all part of Georgia's version of rehabilitation, the carrot and the stick.
Every step that you get, you know what I'm saying, you can taste more freedom. You can't make a person change, just being straight up with you. The person has to want to change. There has to be some kind of incentive there for that person to want to change them from the situation where I came from. And I realized that. So why not change? If it wasn't for that man, you know what I'm saying, I'd still be in that Hymax in that cell. That's just straight up. Because didn't nobody else want to take a chance with me. Nobody. Everybody.
Hey, while we on Hymax, man, hey, this a good book right here, man. Free Real Ricky Ross. This the real Ricky Ross. I interviewed, bro, years ago with Jack Trey. I wonder if I could find that. If I could find that interview. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Like 130 some thousand, and then Twitter with 100 and some thousand, and Instagram with 30 something. So it's, and then we have like 75 other pages too that, you know, that we have to service. So we get a lot of action. So you know,
that's favor, right? And we got
favor. Hey, bro, this back during did like the second suit I ever bought. Shouts out to Regina Sunshine for giving me an opportunity to interview some very dope people, bro. I got a chance to sit down with the real Rick Ross, bro. Smart dude. And his story is very, it's deep, bro. It's deep, man.
Saying the squeaky wheel get the oil. You know, you keep squeaking. We gotta do something about that one.
Well, we're gonna get right in. There's several things we want to talk to you about. And first off, let's talk about your book, because I know you're promoting your book right now.
I mean, to read as well.
Yeah.
Until he went to prison, and I was like, wow, what made? You know,
wow.
Don't do our girl like that. She ours. So you know, just it's just so amazing, you know, that from the stuff that I learned out of these books, similarities in the way that we think.
I want to touch on. I saw Napoleon.
I'm not gonna do that because that's not how that I was done. I mean, you read the magazine, LA magazine, where Jesse Cash from the LA Times.
I do, and I don't want to. You know, Jack ain't gonna let us stay here all day, so I'm gonna try to wrap it up.
Man, what you talking about? It's Rick Ross. I do the shows on Wednesday.
The first thing that I want to inquire about is that I read that you were illiterate to one degree or another, even after you got done with school. And I'm trying to find out the process between not knowing how to read and writing a book. What happened in that part of it?
Well, even bigger than just writing a book.
Mm-hmm.
The second book I read was a law book. You know, I started interpreting law. Well, basically what I found out is that nobody had took the time out with me to teach me my ABCs. So my Sally, who used to read my letters and read my law books, read my case for me and tell me what my lawyer was saying, he was like, man, you can read. So he taught me my ABCs all over again, how to sound them out. And I went from that, and in 2 weeks I was reading a newspaper.
Wow.
And then a couple weeks later, you know, I'm in the law book, reading the law book, and I read Malcolm X's book, and I saw that Malcolm couldn't read as well until he went to prison, and I was like, wow, well maybe you ain't no different than Malcolm X was.
Yeah.
And if you're no different than Malcolm was, maybe you could do some of the things Malcolm did.
Mm. How far did you go in school?
Up to the 12th grade.
Without knowing how to read?
Well, I played tennis, though. You know, I played tennis, so my team needed me to be eligible.
Didn't have to read.
So, so whenever, you know, if it was a class that I was flunking in, my tennis coach would take me to the teacher, and we'd go talk to the teacher. Look, you're going to hurt him. He's a tennis player. Don't make him ineligible. This is what he, you know. And the teacher would be, okay, we'll give him a seat.
Wow.
Hey, man. It's your boy Butler, man. I'm about to sign off, man. I appreciate y'all logging in. I'm trying to think who else. Oh, I interviewed Shawty Low too, bro. I did interview Shawty Low. Let me see.
A lot of times, because my man, he inching over here. But I'm saying, in reference to the truth, because sometimes I think about churches, like every 3 months, I used to go out and feed the hungry. And I know that at the first of the month, be careful, because they'll tell you what to do with them bologna sandwiches because they get a check.
Right.
And then in my mind, I said, why am I doing this? Like, because I fed a family of, you know, a mother and her 4 children. And in my mind, I was saying to myself, she does not need a bologna sandwich. She needs a resume. She needs somewhere she can bathe. She needs somewhere where she can get the tools that she needs in order to move her family forward. But a lot of times we go out here and we feed the hungry, we take pictures, and we're not even doing what needs to take place. And then I start thinking about homelessness within itself. All these churches that we have in the community. So I'm from Decatur, so I think that, you know, it's about, you know, 2,000 of them 4,000 churches is in Decatur. But then why is it that the church, for the majority of the time, is totally empty?
Yeah.
But
one day a week.
Yeah.
One day are homeless all year long. If
Boy, Butler been running him out. That ain't Shawty Low, man, but that's at the museum. That's at the Apex Museum. Oh, I wonder if the Apex Museum is still. Bro, this is over 10 years ago. That boy been running him out, man. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all like, y'all share, y'all subscribe, man. This your boy. I'm finna log out. It's over with. I'm out.